Zoomi's prayers, the rivers of Babylon. We collapsed, we wept when we remembered what had been. Our voices croaked in sorrow, felt plundered, felt songless. We were told to sing, commanded by our captors, in this our one life. Here in Babylon, in the greatest of cities of river places. But your saving waters were not known. In mourning we sat down to weep. Our harps with slack strings, useless, we hung upon the willows. These were wicked torturers, but our sorrow was of Zion, our true place of being, our banishment from it. Yea, we sat down there, away from the noise and observation of our enemies, to unburden to you our souls, our oppressed minds, both to you and to one another, in sight of which was our past and long captivity in Egypt, our future and mortal holocaust in Europe. For does not any one day of our lives exist also in our past, also in our future? We need not fear generations ahead, for our lives are a capsule, a pastille of time, which we will live, we and you. We are desolate and seem not able to move out from this day, nor to heal our past, nor to release to you our fears. Jerusalem remembered in the day of her affliction and of her miseries all her pleasant things which we have had in days of old, when our people fell into the hand of the enemy, and none did help us, all mocked upon our ruin. In this our present desolation we cannot speak, we cannot sing, we cannot even lift our heads. In a strange land, ruled of idolaters, wearied and broken-hearted, we sit in silence by these hostile waters. To the pleasant banks of Jordan we yearn, the towers of Jerusalem which rise in view, and tears run down our cheeks at the sad remembrance of much-loved Zion. All this of the Jews, but also of us, for any life has these disconsolate days. But now we do rise up to sing, for it is the Lord's song, dared to sing among these barbarous scoffers. We think upon the happy days which we have spent, our former joys, even glories, the wrongs done to us, the desolations there. We hanged our harps upon the willows there. How shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? Our servitude in the shadow of Baal, helpless to a cruel enemy. Even then our sons and daughters sit down to weep, though they feel not our contented past, but only our current distress. All our very own sins are seen to the third and fourth generation. There is here the silence of exile and of the repentant heart. These lyres of ours were used only for rejoicing, and there was none but misery. What solace will come to us? From whence? From whom? You are the all-present consolation of Israel, in Babylon, in Egypt, in Nazi Germany, and again now, for we are Israel. He is a Jew who is one inwardly. Circumcision is that of the heart, in the spirit, and not in the letter, whose praise is not from men, but is from you. There are snares of the world. These too did capture us. Yet we are called out of the world, and are not of it. We too are in Babylon, but shall excuse ourselves from it. This, though we are hostage to the world, bound to its influences, immersed in its waters, confused by it. Only may we turn to you, Lord. Your word is a quietude. Your river of salvation flows, not without, but within. We shall prosper in our souls, though we are slaves. To the celebration of your praise we are summoned. Your goodness endures forever, and we by its banks will live, not in sorrow, but in everlasting joy. Amen.